What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to yet another 2GOZ Garage video. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. This video has been pushed back for so long, and I finally got the courage and time to get this done. As you guys seen from the title, today we're going to be installing the sound system on the 350Z. It shouldn't be that difficult, but I'm going to be showing you guys how to wire up the stereo that I have, which is a Pioneer 1500 NEX. This thing, it has Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, DVD player. It's got all kinds of good stuff. I got Scar Audio 10-inch subs. I got it in this box. I picked these up for pretty cheap, and the sub box that fits onto the 350Z, I actually got that for free. This is the installation mount for the double din, and these are all my side and back speakers and the crossovers. My amp is a Memphis amp. This is all my wiring that I need. I need to run this orange wire from the battery all the way to the back where I'm going to be having the amp. So yeah, we have quite a bit of work to do, so let's get started. We pretty much got to take apart the whole interior, all this over here, to get to the radio. That's what I'm going to do first. Just changing out the double din stereo is going to make a difference in the sound, but putting in the subs in the back is going to make like the sound crisp. You can see this ribbon wire. We got a bunch of stuff here already. The previous owner, he wired up this system to put his aux. All this is going to go. Depending on your year 350Z, you're gonna have these two screws that are gonna be like right here when you remove that mat. But on mine, since it's a 2006, I have these tabs. So you see it's popped in place there. All you gotta do is remove it back and it pops right out. And now if you look deep in there, you got a Phillips screws there and a Phillips screw there, and two on the bottom, two Phillips screws there too, one on each side, two right there, and then two right here. Basically, after you remove those 4 bolts, you can just grab the bottom. The whole center dash all comes out together. Pull out the bottom, and all the top has clips. You just gotta like wiggle it out, play with it, and it'll come right off easily. And you basically just unplug all the wires in the back of the radio, and you can slide the whole unit out. What's gonna make the install of this pretty simple is in the double din kit, it comes with the wiring harness that plugs directly onto the stock 350Z harness, and it comes with the wiring diagram that tells you which wires are for what. And then I just follow the diagram for the AVH 1500 NEX and match the wires for whichever ones they go to. I don't think I'm going to use these because if I use these, it's going to extend the wires that much longer. I just don't want to have so much, I guess you could say, resistance to my speakers. So I'm just going to cut the harness to where it's at now and then splice the wires to it. Before we go crazy and start cutting all kinds of wires, you want to really make sure you find the right diagrams, and I like to cut one wire at a time. It's nice to also cut one wire at a time as you cut the wire. Turn the key on, test that speaker, make sure the speaker works, and if it does, you know you're doing good. Then you can solder it all together. And that is how I solder them together. I really like using these heat shrinks because they have solder inside and they actually solder the wires together, which is great. Just what I want. So now they're stuck together. Let that dry up and they will never, separate from each other. Yellow is always going to be power. That's our memory. So black is ground. You can just hook this up to any ground. According to the online source that I have, the red wire is ignition. The solid red wire, this is for ignition. And if I go to my paper for ignition on the factory harness, it says that one is also red. I go to this one here, it's red. Follow that same wire, it's the bottom corner, and on this side it's green. So I pretty much have all of the power and ground hooked up. The green wire is the control wires, basically the parking brake. So without that, you can't really control the double din. Since mine is a manual, I just put that straight to ground and I'll always be able to control the unit. So now we can test it and see if it powers on. Here you go. Alright, so we got power. So now we can start hooking up everything else. So the Pioneer wiring diagram, the white solid wire and black and white wire is the front left speaker. On my Nissan factory harness one, it's the same exact thing, which is nice, but I follow the plug that came in this kit. I got the white and black and solid white wire, and I follow the plug, and these are the two wires. So on my harness, it's blue with the red stripe, and black with the white stripe. It seems like from factory they did help us out a little bit, and they twirled up the wires so you know which one is positive and negative for each speaker, so it makes it a little bit easier. Before I solder the wires together, I'm going to plug it all back in just to make sure that left speaker is working. All of the different speakers, I'm separating them and I'm twirling them up to make it easier on myself, just like what Nissan did. I'm twirling up the colors together, and those are for each speaker. So now we're pretty much done wiring up the stereo and the radio. Now what we have to do is take off all these plastics. Take off this one first, just pop it out. It's gotta be very easy so you don't pop or break the clips. But the reason why I'm removing all this is because I need to run my positive wire from the battery all the way to the back for the amp. There you go, popped it right out. This is going to hurt a little bit, but we have to remove all these plastics. Try and be careful you don't break them. Oh my gosh, sounds like they're breaking. See, the whole thing just popped off. Now I can remove this whole plastic piece.
Man, boy, we got Spider-Man up in here. What you doing?
I'm trying to take off my plastics.
Yo, plastics. I would have hit you too.
There you go. You know what? I'm about to leave it gutted. Let's go racing. So I removed the bolts from the side here and here, and then the two up front. This one, and this whole piece comes out. Just slide right out. I think I could pop that out. There you go. Ooh, I got a wiring harness stuck on it. Alright. You just open it and like apply on it, and they pop right out. And then remove the two bolts that are here holding on the clip, the locking clip. Remove the 10mm bolts down there inside the cubby. And now this thing should pop.
Holy cow.
There they are. So I'm testing out the rear speakers, and one way to test it out is go to your fade/balance, and then you just put all of it to the rear. You can see I got it all to the rear. Put it all to the rear and I don't get no audio, so it seems like I'm having an issue with the rear speakers. I know the wiring is good. I know I didn't mess up on the wiring because I followed the diagrams, and we should be good on that. So I took off the speaker and it was plugged in, so that was not the problem. But I'm looking at the difference between the one I'm trying to fit on and that one. Look at that. That is crazy. I had to do some slight modifications to the harness. All I did was splice in these two connectors to connect to my new speaker. You see the two connectors there. Oh yeah, the other thing I did is these tabs, I just bent them down. It works!
Oh,
These are gonna sound great. Now I had an idea to make those tweeters work, but I think I'm gonna order some new ones. I wanna put the big tweeters, and I was thinking to drill a hole right here, and I can drill a hole in the plastic too. Mount it right on the plastic and it'll be right behind your ear. So here at the battery, we gotta remove all these plastic clips holding on the cover. That way we can get access to the bottom. Here's my little tray. Put all my clips in there.
oh, that's funny. You just yeet that bit off?
Yeah, right there. That's it. There you go.
No! No, man!
That piece fell in the engine. Oh, I see it.
I'm going there, man.
There you go. Now we can set this to the side. On my rubber grommet boot thing, whatever you want to call it, for the harness, I just cut like a little X hole. By the way, this is a 4-gauge wire. I pushed it in through. Now you can see I got it right through here. So now I can just pull it all out as much as I need over here, and then I can route it all over here. Pretty simple, not too bad. Yo, your boy Gio is the cleanest at installing audio systems. So I routed my wire all the way through. This is good over here. I got enough slack. I should, at least. I got it coming right through here in the bottom, and you can see I moved my carpet right under the carpet. And this is actually factory in the car, this white plastic piece. You see right there, I got my wire going right inside of that. So that's perfect, like it worked out perfect. And then I got it coming over here under the carpet, following those hoses going up top. Now we can start routing our plug for the stereo to the amp. So now that's gonna go down the middle. That's why I took out the center console. We're gonna route it from here, basically go up there, all the way to the middle to the radio. So this is something I totally forgot about. you not only have to run the RCA wires over here to the stereo, you also have to run the control wire. This is basically for the amp to power it on, and this goes to the system remote control. I completely forgot about that. I had to go back and watch my old video. Watching my video, I remembered, so I thought that was kind of funny. The other day I walked up to my car and this was on it. We buy junk cars.
But what's the number?
There's no number. They just put we buy junk cars.
Nice.
No, that's not nice. That's messed up. So I pretty much routed the 3 wires that I need to get back here. I got my positive, my RCAs, and my control wire. I'm gonna leave those sitting here. I'm ready to put that interior piece back on to cover up the speakers. Basically, we can start putting the interior back together slowly.
Oh yeah, I'm just better. Good job, smiley face. Smiley face.
This is beginning to get very uncomfortable.
Memories back to Travis.
For real.
But this is like a whole glove box right here.
That's exactly what it is. Here we go. We slide this right back in like this. It basically pops right back in place. You can close that. And all this is back together. Gotta put that cover, and then I can put the center console. I pretty much got about half of the interior back in. It worked out perfect because on the carpet it was already cut out for this latch thing, and I ran the wire right through there. So now all my wires here. I have the subs currently in this box because this is the box that they came with. I'm gonna transfer them over to my new box. They're basically wired up in series, so both of them come out to this wire right here. To show you guys the way that I have mine connected, like I said, like a series, they both connect to each other, and then this one has where it goes to the amp. I have to make a hole inside the box, that way I can fit this through. What I did is I put a silicone, that way the air can't pass through each box. I'm gonna have to do the same thing for this, the same exact way that this was. You can see there's silicone on top. Dual 4 ohms, so it's 600 watt. These are the dusty screws that it came with. They were like brownish, and you know it's black. I want it to be black, so I put some black screws so you can't see them. So now it looks clean. The subs are in the box. Now it's time to put the box in. I already drilled this hole, got the wire coming out through here, put silicone, so we can place the box in place. And then now we gotta start wiring up our amp.
Okay guys, we just...
Boy, you sound like Squidward. I cleaned up the ground with the wire brush, and I got the fresh bolt. Everything good there. Hopefully this ground reaches to the amp. It should. Amp's gonna be right about there, so I'm hoping it's long enough. Yo, look at that metallic on that. Ooh, sheesh.
You like my work?
Yo, they look good.
I did it myself.
Yo, I just noticed they don't even match up. That looks so bunk. How I noticed right now on the camera? These are supposed to line up. They didn't even line up. That looks so ugly. Nah, I gotta fix that ASAP.
The box is in.
They're a little bit too long, but it's alright.
It's better than being too short.
I'm gonna get the amp, center it up. Wherever it is centered, I'm gonna drill the holes. And that's where the wire's gonna come out. Alright, so I got the amp mounted up, got all 4 sides screwed down. I drilled the holes already, so now we're ready to put this thing in there and try to get the wires through that. Hopefully they can go through. Alright everyone, this is Future Geo. I'm going to show you guys and explain to you exactly where the wires go and like which input they go into, because I realized while editing the video that I never really explained to you guys what plugs go into where. I put the RCAs on the input. White goes on white, red goes on red, and you can see the remote. I put my remote switch. This remote is to adjust the bass, but my knob is not working right now, and I just left it all out here in case I needed to get a new wire. So it's not finished just yet, but it's practically done. So that's for this side. You can see how it looks. I never showed you guys how it looked either. It looks great. If I show you this side, you can see the positive and negative side is for the subs. You see I got ground, and I put the ground. The remote is the blue wire that I ran from the receiver all the way over here, and then the positive 12 volt, and you just put all those in, and that's how you wire up the amp. Now the other thing that I did not show you guys is whenever you plug the RCAs into the receiver, you have to plug them into the subwoofer ports. So you have SWL and SWR, and you plug them into those 2 ports. I forget which color they each was. There's either red or white. Match the color of the RCA with the color of the receiver and you should be good. So that's pretty much how you wire everything up. It's not too hard, but if you guys have any questions, like I said, make sure you let me know down below. So back to it. I connected the positive wire to the battery. There was a free port right there, perfectly lined up. It looks factory. Now this thing is ready to turn the key and see if I got bass. Very clean. Finally, I got a good audio system. The install can't get no better than this. Check that out. Fits right under that tray. It looks factory, nice and clean. If I ever need to access the fuse, it's right there. Put this cover back on. Bam. Like factory, like nothing ever happened. Such a clean install. I'm proud of it. Biggest part is gonna be doing the stereo on this. Don't forget to plug in the gauges. So here is the microphone. It's pretty simple. You can hook it up wherever you want. It's pretty long. This goes to the back of the head unit, and then you put this wherever you want it. That's it. Let me tell you guys something. This thing sounds crazy. I love it. This thing is, I should have done this so long ago. I could have gotten way more enjoyment out of my daily. This thing sounds crazy. I really suggest you guys get this. It sounds awesome. I wish I can like really show you guys, but the video I'm sure would not do justice. Man, the vibes tonight were great. It reminded me of before, back when I had the 300ZX and I was doing literally the same exact thing, doing the sound system. I was out here late at night working on it, getting it done. I was so motivated to get it done, and I got it done just like this. And it's just like, it's crazy thinking about, you know, how far I've came. Like, I had a 300ZX, did the same exact thing. Now I got the 350Z, and it's like, it's crazy. It's so, I'm so grateful, you know, for like what I have and like what I've accomplished so far, but it's nothing compared to what we are going to be accomplishing in the future. You guys can see how the subs look. They look phenomenal. Literally perfect match, flush all the way throughout. It looks super clean. Now I added some weight, but I also took out some weight because I removed the tire, so I kind of equal out. So for the extra 20 pounds, maybe 30 pounds, well worth it. If you guys enjoyed watching me do this install, please be sure to give the video a big fat thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. If you have any questions whatsoever, let me know down below. I want to everyone that I can. Got some carbon fiber stuff coming with this thing next. I'm gonna be changing out the hatch. I got a carbon fiber hatch for this bad boy. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.